Some people spend their entire lives running from mistakes. Chris Webber faced his in front of the world. And that's what makes his story powerful. Because everybody remembers the mistake, the timeout, the moment, the pressure, the criticism, the replay shown over and over again. But what most people miss is what happened after. Because one moment does not define a life. One mistake does not define a career. One failure does not define a person. Your response does. And Chris Webber responded, because mentally strong people understand something important. Everybody fails. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody experiences moments they wish they could take back. The difference is what happens next. Do you allow the mistake to become your identity? Or do you continue building anyway? And Webber kept building, because failure creates two choices. You can become smaller, or you can become stronger. And strength is built through adversity, not comfort. Adversity, because adversity forces you to confront yourself. Your emotions, your confidence, your belief, your resilience. And resilience became part of Webber's journey, because public failure hurts differently. Private mistakes are one thing, public mistakes are another. When everyone sees it, everyone talks about it, everyone remembers it. That takes a different level of mental toughness. Because mentally weak people spend their lives trying to erase mistakes. Mentally strong people learn from them, grow from them, move beyond them. And Webber moved beyond it. Because life doesn't stop after failure. Growth doesn't stop after failure. Opportunity doesn't stop after failure. Only belief stops, if you allow it to. And Webber refused to allow it. Because confidence after failure is one of the hardest forms of confidence to build. It's easy to feel confident after success. The real challenge is believing in yourself after disappointment, after embarrassment, after criticism. And that's where true confidence is born, not when things go right, when things go wrong, because confidence that survives adversity becomes unbreakable. But another thing that made Webber special was versatility, because he could do everything. Pass, score, rebound, handle, create. And versatility requires intelligence, because intelligent players see the game differently. They don't just react. They anticipate, they understand, they create solutions. And Webber constantly created solutions. Because basketball is a thinking game, the smartest players often control the game without controlling the spotlight. And Webber understood the game. But his story is bigger than basketball. His story is about growth. Because growth requires humility, the ability to admit mistakes, learn lessons, and continue moving forward without letting the past control the future. That's maturity. That's wisdom. And wisdom is usually purchased through experience, through adversity, through mistakes, through challenges, and every challenge leaves a lesson behind, if you're willing to learn it. But here's the deepest lesson from Chris Webber's journey. Your worst moment is not your identity. Read that again. Your worst moment is not your identity, because everybody has one. Everybody has failures. Everybody has regrets. Everybody has moments they'd change. The question is, can you continue building anyway? Can you continue believing anyway? Can you continue growing anyway? Because greatness belongs to people who keep moving, not people who stay trapped in the past. And Webber kept moving, kept building, kept competing, kept becoming. Now understand this. This is not just about Chris Webber. This is about every athlete watching this. Because one day, you'll make a mistake. You'll fail. You'll disappoint yourself. You'll face criticism. And in that moment, your mindset gets exposed. Do you allow that moment to define you? Or do you define yourself? Do you stay stuck in the past? Or do you keep building your future? Say this to yourself right now. I am bigger than my mistakes. I learn from failure. I continue growing. I keep moving forward. Because failure creates lessons. Lessons create wisdom. And wisdom creates greatness. Chris Webber's legacy isn't his mistake. His legacy is proving that one mistake never has to define your story. The hardest opponent you'll ever face is not another player. It's not another team. It's not another coach. It's yourself. Because eventually, every athlete has a moment they wish they could take back. A missed shot, a turnover, a bad game, a mistake. And for some people, that moment becomes a prison. They replay it, relive it, carry it for years. But Chris Webber teaches us something powerful. You cannot move forward while living backwards, because the past has a job. Its job is to teach you, not own you, not control you, not define you, teach you. And once the lesson is learned, you must keep moving, because growth requires movement. Growth requires forgiveness. Growth requires courage. The courage to look at failure and say, that moment happened, but that moment is not me. That's real mental toughness. Not pretending the mistake didn't happen. Not making excuses. Accepting it. Learning from it. And continuing forward anyway. Because the strongest people aren't people who never fail. They're people who refuse to stay down after failure. That's what separates winners. Because life will always give you reasons to quit, reasons to doubt yourself, reasons to stay stuck. But mentally strong people keep building, keep learning, keep growing. Because they understand something most people never learn. Your future deserves more attention than your past. Read that again. Your future deserves more attention than your past. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop carrying old mistakes. You stop carrying old regrets. You stop carrying old disappointments. And you start carrying lessons instead. Because lessons make you wiser. Lessons make you stronger. Lessons make you better. And Chris Webber became better, not because he avoided failure, because he survived it. Now understand this. This is not just about Chris Webber. This is about every player watching this. Because one day, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to fail. You're going to disappoint yourself. And in that moment, you have a choice. Do you let the mistake define your story, or do you let the lesson improve your story? Say this to yourself right now. I am bigger than my mistakes. I learn from failure. I trust my future. I keep moving forward. Because failure creates lessons. Lessons create growth. And growth creates greatness. Chris Webber's story proves something powerful. Your worst moment does not get the final say. You do. Your mindset is your edge.